Okay, first graders, let's learn about where koalas live. They live in an area, we call this area where someone lives a habitat. This is a habitat, okay? So let's research koala habitats. This is where koalas live naturally. They get all of their needs met in their habitats, such as food, shelter, and water. Okay, where koalas live. Koalas live in a country called, does anyone know? Australia. They live in forests and wooded areas. They live in mountains and on the coast. Let's see if we can find, do you remember on the world, where is Australia? Did you find it? There's Australia. And koalas live in the wooded areas. We have Australia. They live on the coast and in the wooded areas of Australia. Okay. Remember, where do koalas live? On the coast and in wooded areas in the forests. Koalas are animals from Australia. They live in trees. Oh, look how cute these koalas are. I love koalas. Eucalyptus trees are everything to koalas. A place to hang out, grab some grub, or even take a nap. Eucalyptus trees. That's a big word. That is a specific kind of tree. There are pine trees and oak trees. Eucalyptus tree. A koala lives in a small area in its habitat. This area is about 100 trees, and this is its territory. May I say territory? Territory. Male koalas have a scent patch. See this little circle on them? That's a scent patch on their chest. They rub it on the trees. This tells all the other koalas to stay out of their territory. So a territory is an area where animals or a group of animals eats and travels and lives. So kind of like your house is your territory, koalas have their own territory. And the males use a scent patch to rub on the trees to let other koalas know, this is my territory, this is my house. Okay, friends, we are going to work on our word web to make up our koala habitat. So, on Google Classroom, you can get your koala habitats, and you can either print it or you can use the Kami extension. I'm going to try and think of 3 things. Where do koalas live? Now, they live in trees. Eucalyptus trees were their favorite. And they live kind of by the coast. The coast. And what country do they live in? Australia. Okay, so let's get our camera. We're going to come over and I'll show you what to write on your word web. Hold on, my cords are all tangled up. Okay, so you have your word web. We're going to write down, they live in Australia. I'm going to write down Australia. And we're going to do this one together today. But by the end of the week, friends, I'm going to have you do this by yourself. So we're going to do Australia. And then they live in trees. Trees. And they live kind of on the coast. Are you familiar with what a coast is? That is where the ocean and the lands meet. It's like the beach area, but it's a coast with lots of trees. So we have Australia, trees, and coast. Okay, now we're going to get your All About Koalas book. And we're going to open up to the page. Not this page. The next page. We're going to do page 3. So we're going to write down page 3 because this is page 2. Our next page will be Where Do I Live? So we're going to write down Where do I live? I'm going to have a question mark. Okay, so let's write our sentences. And we can use our word web to help us think of where do koalas live? They live in Australia, in the trees, on the coast. So I'm going to write koalas. Remember, friends, you can pause and you can make your own sentences too. You do not have to write what Miss Nielsen's writing. I'm just helping you out for this first day. So koalas live in Australia. And then we always end our sentence with a period. So koalas live in Australia. They live on the coast on the coast. And now they live on the coast. And then what am I missing at the end of my sentence? A period. They live on the coast. I'm going to write koalas. Remember what kind of trees they loved? Koalas love, I'm going to go back and see eucalyptus trees. Right here is how you spell it. That's a tricky spelling. Koalas love E-U-C-A-L-Y P-T-U-S. Ooh, eucalyptus trees. Koalas love eucalyptus trees. And use their scent patch period. Okay, friends. Remember, you can use these sentences or you can make up your own sentence. Okay, so where do I live? Koalas live in Australia. They live on the coast. Koalas love eucalyptus trees and use their scent patch. Okay, so then in the picture, I'm going to draw a eucalyptus tree. I'm going to draw some trees. I'm going to just draw a trunk. And there's a tree. You could also draw Australia. Let me get our map of Australia. I will put this on Google Classroom so you can see kind of what Australia looks like. So it kind of has like a, Miss Nielsen's not the best at drawing, but that is okay. We're just going to try our best. There's Australia. Okay, and then if you want to color it, you can go through and color your tree too. And Australia. And if there's anything else that you want to draw, go ahead and draw about where a koala lives. Okay, first graders, that is it for today's book. Go ahead and get your story, and we will work on our first page together. Okay, I'll see you in our next video. Goodbye, friends.